student is always last year, and I actually so this is called definition limit. The bottom, the most bottom of pyramid is the definition limits. If limit does not exist, then there is no way to go to the next one. So this is a definition of limits. The second tier is called a definition of continuous. Okay, so that is one. F of a must be defined. And two, limits x approach to a of f of x must exist. Number three, limits x approach to a of f of x must equal to f of a. And that's the situation that we talk about. You can have something that a defined point, and you can also have a limit exist, but doesn't means that they can be continuous. So you have to move this point to where they intersect each other, therefore is continuous. And that's a very easy thing. Next thing is differentiable. What does differentiable mean? Okay. Devin, you make fun of me, so you're gonna tell me how to spell differentiable. D-I-F-F what?
Keep going.
I'm asking him. Okay, next time don't make fun of nobody if you don't know how to spell yourself.
I'm sure you can do it. You can just fill in the blank. I can show us your skills. Show us
Yeah, I hold grudge.
Should you spell everything right when you hit the test?
That's why I don't.
How do you spell continuous? Oh, wait, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, so for this one, it's gonna be limits as x approach to a from the left of f prime of x equal to limit x approach to a from the right of f prime of x. So this is called differentiable. If differentiable has to be like a little slope on the left on slope on the right has to be exactly the same. If any type of things that's not differentiable, so let's talk about when it's not differentiable. This not differentiable of course if they are not continuous. So for example, some type of hole, some type of asymptote, they are those removable or non-removable discontinuity, they are all not. So two, okay, sharp turns. Well, sharp turn is technically this because on the left does not equal to the right. Even you have one side of slope is 1.3, and the other slope, the other side of slope you have 1.5. That's still a sharp turn. Even 1.5 to 1.55, that is still a sharp turn. That is the way you kind of roller coaster. Even you have small like difference of a slope like between those two places, that you are not gonna be differentiable. Even like it looks like almost differentiable, but it's not. So they has to be exactly the same from the left to right. But the third one's actually interesting one because nobody remember this one. What is the third one? We're not differentiable. Some people call it cusp, but it's not necessarily a cusp. No. So I think there was a better name for it. There was a better things for it. I'll see who blink first. Nothing. Nobody can tell me. What? The endpoint? Oh, endpoint's a good one. Endpoint's a good one. Endpoint's not differentiable as well. Oh, that's good. That's right. I like that. I like that. I'm definitely gonna add that one. Yes. There's one more situation though. Are you waiting for me? I'm waiting for you. I'm not.
Yeah, we know.
For myself.
What? I didn't say cusp is wrong. I just say cusp is not a best way to say this.
Another word for cusp?
No, tech cusp is one of this. It starts with a V. You won't play Hangman?
Yeah.
It starts with a V.
A V. Oh, I thought you said B.
2 words.
What do you
You said B. B. B, right?
I think B.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow. Vertical tangent.
I think. Oh, I think B is pretty cool.
Beta is not close to vertical tangent.
Yeah, I do like to add what Yulia says. Endpoint is not differentiable as well. So that's something that doesn't mention often enough. That's good. Should come up with one. It's just not even taking AB calculus. You guys should be
I
ashamed.
think I had it in my previous.
Oh, you had it in previous school.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe.
It just didn't go like it.
Okay. So they are not continuous sharp turn. Sharp turn is like absolute value. All right. Absolute value x. Vertical tangent. Which kind of situation you're gonna get vertical tangent?
Like in the semicircle.
Semicircle, it can happen at the endpoint. Unless you have right part of the semicircle, not like the top part of semicircle. Yeah, but you can have a, let's say, equation that you can have this, right? But I'm talking about equation because this is not equation, right? So the vertical tangent, you can have x to the 1/3. Let's show you graph the x to the 1/3. X to the 1/3. It's gonna look like this. That part is a vertical tangent. That part is not differentiable. And if you guys already know how to take a power rule, you can do 1/3 x to the -2/3, right? And we'll just take a derivative here. We can do it 2 ways. We can say f prime of x equal to 1/3 x to the -2/3, and that's gonna be 1 over cube root of x squared. If x equal to 0, that's not defined. So I can really easy to show you not defined at this particular point. So it's not continuous. So that's a vertical tangent. And what is a cusp though? The only time you have a cusp if you have x to the even over odd power. Even over odd power. So the x to the 2/3. Right? So if you look at x to the 2/3, it's gonna be this. And that's called a cusp. That is also another version of vertical tangent. If you see that here, that is a vertical tangent. Over there is a slope is going to be infinite. If a slope is infinite, it's going to be vertical tangent. So that is a cusp. Now a cusp is not vertical tangent because the last one is not a cusp. The last one just only in vertical tangent. So vertical tangent is more inclusive of everything that can happen. Okay. So yeah, so this is those 4 situations is not differentiable. It's not differentiable at those 4 situations. Now let's talk about reverse. If something is differentiable, it must mean they must be continuous. It must mean they are limit x approaches c at that particular c must exist. So because they're on top of pyramid, you cannot build the top of pyramid without the bottom of the pyramid. So they has to be continuous. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is a very big part of AP exam. Very big part. They ask the conceptual of this questions all the time. Even in FRQ, sometimes says the function says f of x is differentiable, then you have to write it as f of x must be continuous as well to start all other questions. So that's how you be the AP exam, is understand the conceptual. You don't understand math. If you got those conceptual questions correct, you're gonna be way ahead of everybody else. This is where, if you look at my multiple choice result, it's the highest compared to all other teachers. Is this one I always train my student like you have to know everything. Okay, so it's okay. So sharp turn, absolute value x. Now, sometimes you're gonna have hard time to using derivative. So we kind of use a power rule, but I'm just gonna go through a power rule. But before power rule, let's just say x to the 1/3. How do I take a derivative? Use let's just say this function again. How do I take a derivative of this at 0? Well, technically, I can say limits x approach 0, right? Of f of x minus f of 0 over x minus 0. This is using, what is this definition? Alternative. So then you will have x to the 1/3 over x, right? And that result with limit x approach 0, that's equal to limit x approach 0 at 1 over x to the 2/3. If you plug in 0, it's gonna go to does not exist. So yeah, you can use definition of alternative derivative, and you can find out this actually does not exist. You don't have to use a power rule. Before I use power rule, because today we're going to introduce you power rule. Now, most of you guys don't know where the power rule come from, but I would like to go through it as much as I can, but I don't think I have time. But the first simple thing, some of you guys, can you tell me why derivative of any constant is equal to what?
Yeah.
But why? It's a straight line, because if you graph, just like the limit one, if you graph this, y equal to c, then the slope is what? 0. So therefore, derivative of a constant number, so derivative of 5 is always 0, derivative of 10 is 0, derivative of 100 is 0, derivative of e is 0, derivative of pi is 0. I have seen before some student, like, they say derivative of pi is equal to 1 and then pi and 0. And yeah, there's no point of doing that. Like, they actually did power rule, but it doesn't work with that's a constant. Okay, so derivative pi, because what happened is they do power rule here. They take it down to 1 and they say pi, and then 1 minus 1 and 0. So it'd be anything to the 0. So is 1, and that's 1. But that's stupid. That's not right. Because derivative constant just straight flat out 0. 1. 0. Not 1. But they say this is 1, which is kind of stupid. Okay, so derivative pi is just 0. Now, if you guys don't know what a power rule come from, power rule is actually pretty cool. It's actually coming from binomial expansion. Nice. Do you know what the binomial expansion? Okay, so like you saw a ghost. So let's just say binomial expansion. Let's just say have x plus delta x plus h to the third power, right? And minus x to the third power, right? Over what? Over h when limits h approach 0, and this is to the third power. And let's just show you that this is how power rule works, because this part is a binomial expansion. You guys know how to use binomial expansion? You've seen this? And then that's gonna be xq, right? Plus 3x squared h plus 3xh plus h to the third, right? Have you seen that before? This is called binomial expansion. Now what happened? This is x to the 3, right? X to the 3. What happened? X to the 4. Same thing. You're gonna see that same thing repeat again, because that first term will always cancel out with this term. And that h can always factor out. Do you see that? H can always factor out, so that's going to be 3x squared plus 3xh plus h to the q over h. Now h cancel out, but you got limits as h approach 0. So if this approach 0, this is what's going to be 3x squared. But it turns out it can be x to the any power, x to the 5 power, x to the 10 power. That's going to be x to the 10, cancel out the x to the 10. You factor out the h. It's only that this term that matter. Do you see that this term matter? Because if you factor out the h is going to cancel out. So that's where the power rule come from. The power rule says, and you look at this 3x squared is basically power rule. So d to the dx to the x to the n equal to nx to the n minus 1. And that's called power rule. And we already know that there's a power rule. A lot of you guys already know the power rule is. Is it class n?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a minute.
Okay. We can wait till next week. We're gonna finish derivative in 1 week, okay? Huh?
I'm not gonna be here next week.
Oh yeah.
Alright. True.
Oh, actually, are you going to work right now?
What?
Are you going to work right now?
I have to go.
Huh?
I don't know how much.
Okay, I need to talk to you. Come on.
See you, Mr. Gates.
Bye. Wait, Sam, where are you going? Like right now?
Yeah.
You don't have a minute?
Is anything happening at the school? Is anybody tutoring or anything?
After school?
Does anyone need help?
Probably not a lot, but the calculus kits and pre-calculus.
So you're good to send me the PDF so I can upload it.
I don't know if you're allowed to see the things. You gotta ask them. But
Yeah, because it says on there that I upload the recommendation letters onto there to submit to the congressman. Because the actual Naval Academy application, it's gonna send you an email for that. But to get the congressional nomination, which I need for the actual academy, so when I upload that, I'm gonna use yours for.
So are you saying the waiver is going to a different direction anyway? It's going to the Congress.
It's gonna go to the congressman. It's gonna go to 2 senators, my congressman, and the vice president.
Got it.
So I'm gonna send that to
You going to Pence?
Pence.
Vice president? Oh no, Harris. Kamala Harris.
Yeah, Kamala Harris.
Apparently a bunch of.
I mean, it's a chance. I mean, probably not gonna get it, but might as well think.
Well, if I were you, I'll go talk to Jack Frost right away.
Maxwell Frost.
Yeah, Maxwell Frost. Jack Frost. I don't know. Jack Frost.
The character with
From
the movie.
From what movie?
Jack Frost.
That's Christmas. Oh, what is that movie called?
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, but yeah, I think what's his name? Moon to Harvard, is it because
The senator.
yeah, the senator write him a letter?
So Rise of the
Yeah, but
Guardian.
they're not writing me a letter. They're literally just clicking "I nominate him," so then it comes
Oh, okay.
on my application. They're not writing me a letter.
Oh,
So I actually, if I get an interview, I go into their office, they interview me with like 10 other guys, and then they vote if they want me or not. So that's why I'm trying to submit it to all the Congress people I can get chances.
got it.
So you're cool with uploading that PDF to me?
I'll give it to you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
But I'm working on it this weekend though.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, because I was
not due till Friday, but I'm trying to submit it by Monday.
I was working on Pages. Paige Hoffman, she was the first one to ask me. I was working on hers and I haven't got to you. Yours I write half paragraph and I haven't finished yet. So
It's all good.
Well, you said I was right or
you're wrong.
I'm wrong.
You can look at it.
Oh, what did you get wrong?
Who's wrong?
Look it up. Look it up some difference for me.
So, and you had to, your units for the speed of meters. Basically just move units around. It's trying
That's right?
Yeah.
meters over.
Speak correct.
With that, and then this.
Yeah, that's right.
So kilogram squared over kilogram second squared.
Oh,
Squared equals second squared. Square root that would get you meters per second.
Am I supposed to switch these around?
Really?
Not B.
Oh,
Sign A, sign B.
Because the plus doesn't matter.
They just divided.
So that's what when you switch it, it matter, but it's the negative sign that matters.
Am I allowed to do
It's not even, I didn't grade it. Don't give him a hard time. Don't give him a hard time. If I grade it, I'll never see it. And I look at it, and I look at it, I was like, okay, that was a good find. That's a good find.
You're so annoying, bro. You're so annoying. Why are you looking so close?
No, definitely. I was looking when you asked me for me to go me and you.
Bro, you know what? I'm gonna do this next time, bro. Mark this right. 1 point, Anthony. Like you could just let that slide, you know? Like
No.
It's wrong though.
I know, but you if you graded it, if you graded it. Yeah, I remember last year I got it wrong too. But you graded it right. You're so foul, Anthony, bro.
Meanwhile, I'm reading my phone. I got 100%.
You're so annoying. You know what? Stop talking to me. I don't want to.
Just one pill.
He knew exactly which question I got wrong too.
I when I look at it, I was like, shit. Did he grade it wrong? So I was like, oh, I see where the problem is.
I'm a great grader.
Yeah, you're a good guy. He's a good guy.
Would I be able to redo that unit circle? I'm not gonna lie. You know what happened to me? So when I do the X, right? I go from X-axis first, X coordinates, and mark them in, and then I do the Y coordinates. But I ended up doing the Y coordinate first, and I completely forgot to do like those 3 X coordinates at the
1
fourth,
point.
on the 4th quadrant, and it like messed me up, you know?
Yeah, you can do unit circle. You cannot do the formula.
Yeah, no, I'm good on the farm. This is what I got on the farm.
You too.
That's just on my side. What the hell?
It's not black on black crime.
We're Asian, bro.
Anyway, what are you guys doing there? You guys do physics?
I would never do this to you, Anthony. I would never do that to you.
That's true. He's got a valid point. It's just 1 point. Chill.
No, but it's just it's
Is it principle? Is it a matter of principle? I think he did it out of principle too.
Dude, bro, he is it's terrible. The fifth grade, Mr. Carfax, right next to the lunchroom. So during lunch, it is unbelievably loud. People yelling, screaming, all our writing essays.
All right, so
I thought your neck just broke.
huh?
You just
Yeah, my next turn. All right, so homework questions. Huh? Probably not. Yeah. Probably. It just power roll and chain roll. Yeah, we didn't do chain roll. So yeah, we're not gonna do.
We were already at two.
Huh? We have speed run this. Like we're gonna take a week to talk about Dota.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be done with Dota. The only
We done way before.
No, it's okay. We have a lot of time. Like I said last year, like most of BC scouts who got a 5 can
Yeah.
probably get a 5 on the BC as well if you give me 3 weeks. Not even 3 weeks, probably 2.5 weeks. Like if you just give me like if I want to help you pass, then I'll just target whatever BC exam that should cover.
Yeah.
And then we will pass in like 2.5 weeks. But if we want to teach whole BC curriculum, no.
Like actually having a deep understanding.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't teach only 2 or the
Yeah, that's-
BC exam. Like there's the only reason why like I think double block doesn't have it's not able to cover the whole curriculum. And that's why people go into Cal 3 and they still struggle. So
Yeah.
all right. So I should pass you back the limit test already, right? Okay. And you guys did okay with tricks too, algebra as well. Where's Austin?
He was here.
Okay. Well, last period I had a large period, so I think about you guys already know power roll, so we only covered till power roll today. Because I had to pass everything back and take forever. So you guys don't have problem power roll, right? No.
Did you?
Okay. All right. So do you have problem with homework? 61, 62. Before that, do you have homework questions? Yeah.
For, 37, you walk through how to do it.
Yeah.
Uh,
37?
I'm 35.
35?
No, not 30, 37.
37, so it'll be 1 over square root of x plus h minus 1 over square root of x.
One of them was x squared, and the other one was just x squared.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can
There's two different.
common denominator, so it'll be square root x over square root x and square root x plus h over square root x plus h. So that's gonna be limit h approach 0, square root x plus h minus square root x over. Wait, did I do it wrong? I think I did it wrong. That should be multiplied the other way. My fault. Square root x, square root x, square root x plus h over square root x plus h. Now, yeah, no. Square root x minus square root x plus h over square root x times square root x plus h over h. So when you get to this part, you can multiply the conjugate now. So square root x plus square root x plus h.
Cool. Thank you for hearing. And, yeah.
Kylie's gonna try to find mistake.
You know,
Mhm.
I need to like look over my answer.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I hear it's gonna be x minus h over square root x plus h times by square root x plus h over h. And this h will end up to be like this. And this will just cancel out. And that's gonna give you a -1 on the top. And then h approach 0, so it'll be 1 over square root x times square root x is gonna be x times square root x plus square root x, which is 1 over x times 2 root x, which is 1 over 2x to the 3 over 2, I believe. Is that okay? No, can leave it like that. But they also says find an equation of a line that's tangent to the graph of f and parallel to the giving line. Parallel to the giving line. So what was the giving line slope? 37. So they say x plus 2y minus 6 equal to 0. Slope is 2y is equal to negative x plus 6 divided by 2. So it'd be -1/2. And you had to set -1/2 equal to, oh, this is -1/2 as well. So negative over 2 x 3 over 2. So you set up equal to each other. So it'll be x to the 3 over 2 equal to 1. So x equal to 1 to the 2 over 3rd, which is equal to 1. So x equal to 1. If x equal to 1, you can plug it back in. The square root x is 1 comma 1. So 1 comma 1 slope is equal to 1. So be y minus 1 equal to 1 times x minus 1. If you graph it, it should be parallel to that.
I just forgot the.
Questions?
So it's 1 minus matrix. What's the
What? Bye. It sounds like
slope supposed to
it still hurt.
be -1/2?
Oh yeah, what do I do? Yeah, slope is -1/2, but only, oh yeah, this was -1/2. Yep. But it happened at x equal to 10. 1. Is that right? This is -1/2. Good call. Any other questions? No? No question? Okay. So no question, basically, we're just going to talk about, they are, for situation that It's not differentiable. Can you tell me what are those 4 situations? Sharp turn, okay. What? So there are 4 situations that does not exist. Not differentiable. Last period, nobody can come up with the 4th situation. And somebody actually remind me another situation that is not differentiable. So
square root x. Finding like 0 at square root x.
what is that called?
I don't know the name, but like what's called the tip of a graph.
Yeah, but what is it? What is that situation called? Well, first of all, that situation could be belong to situation. So the 4 situations not differentiable. There are 4. That's first one. And that could be like, that would be a better way to talk about sharp turn. Because slope from the left is not equal to the right.
That's 2. That's not continuous.
What? They are what?
We have 2.
You have 2 so far. Which 2?
Cusp and not continuous.
Cusp doesn't count as 1. Yeah, in general, cusp is very specific.
I will when the slope is equal. Yes. Yeah.
Slope does not left does not equal to the right. That's 1. That's belong to sharp turn. Not continuous counts the second one.
Yeah. Would 3 be what I said? The square root x.
It could be, but you gotta give me more general.
Okay.
If fail vertical time lattice, that just means not a function in SAT, but that's nothing to do with calculus.
You understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but you
I'm
cannot.
trying to find like a big word.
You got not a big word. It's a very simple word. 2 words. Endpoint is actually the 4th one.
Oh, so I got.
So there's one more though. There's one more. But you're right about square root x. The endpoint count as 1, but there's another situation it's not differentiable. Those are 2 words I'm looking for. So Jared, limit x approach from the left of f prime of x does not equal to limit x approach to the right of f prime of x. Basically, it's like a roller coaster, right? If you have a roller coaster connected like this, that's not differentiable. Even like this, even really close, like say one side of slope is 1.1, the other side slope is 1.2, it's still not differentiable. Has to be completely smooth at that point. Has to be on the left is 1.2, on the right is 1.2, in order to pull that roller coaster to function. Now, so that is the first one. Second situation, not continuous. It's not continuous, it's not differentiable. That's very easy giving, right? The third situation, he said endpoint. Endpoint is not differentiable because you don't have another point to take derivative from the behind. You cannot find a slope on the other side. So it's not differentiable. Now, what's the 4th one?
The 4th one, the square root one.
It could be on the square root one, but there's a name for it. There's a name for it.
Infinity.
Almost. You're on the right track of something. Huh? No.
Would be something the oscillation?
Nope. It's more simple. It's on the square root.
On like the finite point of the square root or the
Add a 0 of the square root. Something else happened over there. He tried to cheat.
That's it. A C.
Oh.
Vertical. I said vertical line test.
Hey, you did say it.
It's not vertical line
Horizontal
test.
line.
It's not vertical line test.
Or vertical.
There you go. More to that word.
It's so
No,
Undefined.
no. Vertical tangent. Vertical tangent.
why can't you have a vertical tangent?
Okay, so I'm gonna show you. Assume that you don't know how to use power rule. Assume that you don't know how to use power rule, right? So assume that you don't know how to use power rule like this. If I just use definition alternative derivative, then that's going to be f of x minus f of 0 over x minus 0. Right? And f of x is equal to x to the 1/3. The bottom's x. If you simplify, it's going to be limit x approach 0 on 1 over x to the 2/3. When the bottom reaches 0, the slope reach infinite, which is vertical tangent, which is slope is going to be like straight up. So it's not differentiable because you cannot have 1 over 0. Right? Vertical tangent, which is something you guys all forgot. That's okay. Nobody remember. Even last period. Nobody remember. Something that you think you shouldn't know, but
But the graph looks it's just like
yeah, graph is going to be look like this. This is a cusp. This is a cusp. This is
okay, it's red.
it's a straight line. It's not differentiable because your slope is going to be infinite. It's going to be 1 over a very, very small value, and it's going to reach infinite. If it reaches infinite, it's a vertical tangent because 1 over 0 is not defined. It's not differentiable at 0. Yeah, so even last year we talked about it. Probably we didn't talk about it in detail because it's not that important. But this year I just want to talk about all the things I missed last year. So even in the things I will talk about certain things. Does that make sense? Is that okay? I did forgot to talk about one thing. Oh well, I'll come back and talk about it. Great. Remind me to talk about greatest integer functions. Okay, so for this, so this is a very, very important thing for Jared. For you guys, I already went through it. Last year, there's a lot of conceptual questions. It's all based on this diagram. So you just have to understand the diagram. So I here, this on the bottom is called definition limits. Definition limits is a approach to the left equal to a approach to the right. If that's true, then limit exists, right? Limit exists. If limit from the left equal to limit to the right. But the second part is the continuous. The second part has 3 requirements. F of a must be defined. Limit x approach to a of f of x must exist. And limit x approach to a of f of x must equal to fa. This is something that you will see on the AP exam over and over and over and over again. But without limit exists, it will never be continuous. So second part, this is called continuous. This is continuous. Lastly, it's differentiable. Now I will tell you, Jared, if something is differentiable, that means it must be continuous. Because you cannot build the top part of the pyramid without the bottom part of the pyramid. And you have to memorize that there's a 4 situations not differentiable. First one's very easy. If it's not continuous, it's not differentiable. It's a sharp turn, that's not differentiable. It's a vertical tangent, it's not differentiable. Also, at end points, which is Yulia remind me. She says, and back her country also learn about endpoints not differentiable, and she's right. I just forgot to mention. So there are 4 situations here. Now this is gonna be tested a lot. Even on BC exam, it's still gonna come back to test you. Even on BC exams, it's gonna be a lot less because BC exam is gonna focus on BC material, so they're gonna take this question out. But still, they're gonna left at least 1 or 2 questions on multiple choice that you have to understand. And I would say I share this diagram. I kind of invent this diagram. I share with a lot of teachers, like in Orange County, and they're like, "This is probably the best explanation that you can do for this." Because they taught it separately, and I just taught it in like one thing, and I put everything in one thing. And like in terms of pyramid, everybody can understand. If you don't have the bottom of the pyramid, you cannot build the top. So that's just not how it works. Is that okay? So vertical tangent. Now, what is cusp? For Jared, for you guys, the main thing about cusp is you have even over odd power. If you have even over odd power, that's always cusp, not odd over even power, because that doesn't work. Okay, so I'll show you. So this is 1/3, right? This has vertical tangent. But even is 2/3, it's gonna be like this. Matter of fact, I create a beeping heart. Now I stole the from a student actually. It's based on the x2/3 graph because x2/3 is right here, and that's from the top part of the heart. And with the other side is a restriction of something inside the, like a circular thing, and this becomes the bottom part of the heart. Okay, so that becomes and the sign just increase the frequency inside the curve, and that's just create that beeping situations. So that extra 2/3 is very, very important. It's the top part of the cusp. Got it? I had a TikTok video about this. I explained the whole thing. I'm serious. Okay, so extra 2/3 even over odd. It's cusp, but cusp is not a general term. Vertical tangent is. You told cusp to the AP exam, they're gonna be okay, I understand where you come from. But if they say vertical tangent, then you're gonna say, oh yeah, that's absolutely right. Right, so vertical tangent is a better way to explain something, and that's the things that you have to understand. Next thing you have to understand is where's power rule come from? Last year we talked about power rule, but we never talked about where power rule come from.
It was like the Pascal triangle.
I did?
No, he could read K-bot.
Wow, you have very good memorization.
Yeah, I asked you last.
You asked last year? Okay. It's based on Pascal triangle. And Pascal triangle is just including the again, you don't have to know the proof of this, but just for a little bit understanding. First of all, do you know what derivative of a constant the number is? What is derivative of a constant? 0. Why 0, Jared? You don't know why.
It's like say it was like 1 times. I'll maybe
If it's a constant, it's gonna be horizontal line. Or no, it's gonna
You
be
go horizontal line. I'm like,
the opposite. The opposite of the line is gonna have a slope of 0.
I think it's
Yeah, so it's gonna be y equal to c, and this is gonna be a value of c, and it's gonna be a horizontal line. Not the slope of y equal to c, the m is equal to 0 because it's horizontal. So that's why derivative of any value is gonna be 0. And I have seen the test question in the past, like AP exam, they actually did something very cute. They go like this, and you know what student pick? The student picked 2 pi. That was smart. Like what people do. But derivative of pi squared is a number. If you take a derivative of a number, it's always equal to 0. But they think about power rule. They take it down to 2, x to the 1. They even do like to the 3rd power, so it'll be like 3 pi squared. I swear, they put it on the test. They say 3 pi squared.
Is there ever gonna be a question where there's gonna be a constant of x sub b of b like pi or something?
No. Yeah, no. It's you yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to. Can you prove that with power rule?
Can you prove what with power rule?
Dx of c equals 0. Yeah, that's how I'm doing it. I'm doing c times x to 0. Yeah. But then it'd be divided. I just did like definition.
Definition derivative will work.
Because it becomes 0 over 0. Yeah, yes, that's 0.
Yeah, the definition derivative will work, but that's another one. So let's talk about power rule. You guys already know what power rule is, but I just want to talk a little bit. It's about Pascal triangle, and since we got some extra time to waste, do you guys know there's a lot of cool thing about Pascal triangle? Okay. Yeah, I'll show you the video. It's pretty cool.
3 blue, 1 brown.
No, it's not even 3 per 1 drone. I think we're gonna talk about Veritasium video. Veritasium video has one that did all the way from Pascal triangle to all the way to Calc 2, which is super amazing. When we talk about end of the year, we can actually go to talk about that. But if you just look for Pascal triangle, and this is a very cool. Matthew, you'll probably enjoy this too. Wait, hold on a second. It's no sound, right? Where's no sound? Because it's on iPad. Okay, let me on YouTube. This is actually pretty cool. Since you already know the thing. So Pascal triangle. This is a TED video. And this video is very, I think it's so interesting.
But it's actually a mathematical treasure trove. In the mathematicians called it the staircase of knowledge. In Iran, it's the triangle, and in China, it's Yang Wang's triangle. To much of the Western world, it's known as Pascal. The French mathematician Blaise Pascal receives a big
Just saying, only white people gets credit. Everywhere else in the world come out the same triangle in China and in Iran, but only white people get struggle. I'm just kind of salty here. Sorry. This is cool.
corresponds to what's called the coefficients of a binomial expansion x plus y raised to the n. Where n is the number of the n, and the sum of n equals 1. So if you get n equal 2 in the statement, you get x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. Coefficients, or numbers in the number are the same as the numbers in that row in Pascal's triangle. We see the same thing with n equals 3, which expands to this. So the triangle is a very easy way to look up all of these coefficients. But as you want to know, the numbers in each row, and then get successive values of 2. Or you can treat each number as part of a decimal expansion. In other words, row 2 was 1 times 1 plus 2 times 10 plus 1 times 1. Get 121, which is 11. Take a look at what it adds up to 1,771,561, which is 11 6. And so there are also geometric applications. Look at the diagonals. The first two are very interesting. And then the positive integers, also known as natural numbers. But the numbers can be mixed out on both the triangle and the lines. Because if you take that many rounds, you can stack them into level triangles. Next to that
The tetrahedron.
doesn't look like much when the triangle is small, but if you add thousands of rows, you get a fractal known as these triangles. This triangle isn't just a mathematical one. It's also quite useful, especially when it comes to probability applications in the domain of combinatorics. Say you want to have 5 children, and your estimated probability of having 2 boys and 2 girls. In the binomial expansion, that corresponds to girl plus boy to the 5th. So if you look at the row 5, the first number corresponds to 5 girls, and the last
It's in AP stats.
5 boys. The third is what we're doing. 10 out of the sum of all the possibilities as well. So 10 for the 5%. Or if you're randomly looking at 5 big basketball teams out of 12 friends, how many possible this problem would be phrased as 12 choose 5, and could be calculated with this formula. Or you could just look at the 6th element of row 12 on the triangle and get your answer. The patterns in Pascal's triangle are a testament to Odin's tool of fabric mathematics, and it's still revealing fresh secrets to this day. For example, mathematicians recently discovered a way to expand it to these kinds of polynomials. What will we find next? Well, that's up to you.
Isn't it eye-opening? Like there's so many like AP stats. Do you take AP stats last year? Did they talk about this? Do you know what the AP stats was talking about? Yeah. Remember that if you have, that says 4 kids, or let's say 3 kids, right? And that says you want to have like you want to have 2 girls and 2 boys, and 1 boy. Okay. And we got about 220, right? Okay. So 2 boy. So you got 1. This means you have 1 and 1. So that's 1 boy and 1 girl. This means that you have this is 2 kids, and this is have boy boy, and this have boy girl and girl boy, and this is girl girl, like this. And so 1 3 3 1, this means boy boy boy, girl girl girl, boy girl girl, there's three combinations here. Girl, boy, and girl, and the boy, sorry, girl, girl, boy. Oh, the other way around, sorry. It should be two boys. You should have two boys here, so it'd be boy, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, and the girl, boy, boy, like this. And this is two girls. And you can write it out, or you can just look at the Pascal triangle to figure out like what kind of percentage. So this is all two boy and one girl, and this is two girl and one boy. So if I want to have three kids, then the possibility of two boy and one girl is 3 out of 8. Because you actually list down all the possibility, but it's a Pascal triangle doesn't require you to list that down.
Where did 8 come
Huh?
from? You had Oh,
Yeah. So 1, 3, 3, 1 is all the total possibility. You can have one possibility is boy, 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 or you have one possibility girl, 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 or you have one possibility 2 boy, 1 girl, and 2 girl, 1 boy. But 3 is gonna tell you that's 3 out of 8, so that means it's gonna be 37.25%, 37.5% of chance that you can get 2 boys and 1 girl. And you can have like 1 out of 8 chance of 12.5% to get 3 boy or 3 boy or 3 girls. I think it's super cool. Now, the new Pascal triangle is actually talk about the negative part of Pascal triangle, which is a negative number, and that's even cooler. And according to now, like some mathematicians still think about what happened between numbers, like what happened is between the decimals, like 1.5, and they come out a different idea. So that's why Veritasium video is very cool. Like they actually show that all the way to Calc 2, all the way to sequence and series, and it was phenomenal. Like they just very cool. Yeah, but anyway, Pascal triangle. Let's just say this is a Pascal triangle, and you will see that doesn't matter what x to the what power is. So let's just say if I have x plus h to the third power, right? Minus x to the third over h. Now you're gonna see a pattern of this, h approach 0, and you're gonna say limit h approach 0 at x plus h squared minus x squared over h. Now you're gonna see that there are certain things always end up to cancel. Let's just look at this. X cubed plus 3 x squared h plus 3hx square x, and then plus h cubed to the x to the cube over h. Now it doesn't matter what Pascal triangle you do, that it doesn't matter to which power, they all have the same situation. This will always end up to cancel each other, always. But you also always factor out a h, right? So that's gonna be 3x squared plus hx3 plus h squared over h. So h cancel out, limits h approach 0. So if h approach 0, this all go away. So the only term matter is right here. And that's the derivative of x cubed. It turns out the only matter is the Pascal triangle, which is a Pascal triangle that's the second row number, this number. Do you see that? So this 3, and next one's gonna be what? 1, 4, right? The next one's gonna be 4. Right, so even if I have x to the 4th power, it doesn't matter. This one's gonna be what? 4x to the 3rd power. Do you see that? And when you derivative x to the 4, it's always 4x to the 3rd. It didn't matter what term after that. It didn't matter this term because this term's always cancel out, and this term is always gonna go h approach 0. So the only matter is that second term of the Pascal triangle. And that's where the power will come from. But mathematicians are really smart. They say, well, let's if this generalization happened, then I can always do it this way. Pretty interesting, right? But anyway, not like it matters, but that just end up to be this power rule: d to the dx, x to the n equal to n x to the n minus 1. Now we're gonna do product, quotient, and trig on Tuesday. Wednesday we're gonna do chain rule, and then yeah, we might do implicit derivative after that. So probably by next week we should finish auto derivative. Jared, you need help? You think you got us? Yeah. Okay. Next we're gonna do product rule and quotient. The only rule that you might have problems is chain rule. That's what everybody have problem. Huh? Yeah, so like x plus 2 to the 10th power. How to take a derivative of this? Huh? No, it's actually pretty easy.
You just vector it out.
That's exactly what you don't want to do. Yeah, you would take forever. X to the 10 is take forever. Now to the 4th might not be, but x to the 10.
So 10, 10 times x times 1.
Times 1. Times derivative of the inside. So it's kind of like a power rule.
Yeah, it's like an power rule.
Yeah, so kind of like it does a 10 times x plus 2 to the 9. But you had to take multiply the derivative of the inside, which is 1. In this case, it doesn't matter. But if you have 2x plus 1 to the 10th, then it matters. So if I d to the dx here, it's going to be 10 2x plus 1 to the 9 times 2.
There's chain rule.
And that's chain rule.
So would it just be 22x?
Yep. And there you go, that's chain rule. But it gets more tricky if you had to factor out the most negative power. That's what you guys get in trouble like last year.
Yeah.
To factor out the negative powers. That's where everybody, I don't get this. That's the part like where everybody quit.
Quotient rule problems sound like complex.
Quotient rule basically follow the acronym. Low D high minus high D low over low low.
Like how complex can you make it?
If more complex, then you can use logarithm differentiation. So it depends. How complex is it? So if it's like just x over x plus 1, that's just normal quotient rule, it's fine. Now if it's like square root of x times parenthesis 2x minus 1 to the 3rd power out over square root of 4x minus 1, then yeah, that you're using a different rule to do that. To do like a logarithm differentiation could be much simpler. So there's a lot of way to overcome. That's what the cool part about math is, to overcome using a much simpler way. And they actually create a lot of things happen. So yeah, so next week we're gonna go and do that. One week. Huh? I don't want to give you homework for power rule. You get done in like 10 seconds.
You can do some of that homework.
No, if I can assign, I'm gonna assign some cool questions.
Can you do x to the 0? Pascal's triangle? Well, obviously, yeah. If you don't. Alright. Okay, what if we do Yeah. Really cool. I just.
I just thought like a mathematician's pretty smart, like come up with this shit. I think like they are probably like the most creative people. Like especially like integration with secant. Do you remember that? Like integration with secant is like so out there.
Just multiply that. Yeah, I remember it's like crazy.
Do you remember integration with secant?
It was like
Yeah, I see what you're with.
No,
What is that?
It's in my notes.
it's like the opposite root.
that's integration. Yeah, antiderivative. Matthew, do you remember how the integration with secant work?
Thank you, dude.
So it was
You low key like almost.
it was like ln. It was like ln.
Yes. Yeah.
You multiply this by secant of x plus 10 of x. Like who
Hold on.
who know this, right? Who know like who come up with this shit? It's just like
Natural log.
this one's gonna be secant square of x plus secant of x 10 of x over secant of x plus 10 of x. Like who knows this? And then you do u substitution. Like who I don't know how is math people come out. Like this one's gonna be secant of x 10 of x. This is gonna be secant square of x, which is the numerator. Which is that's gonna be integration of du over u. And which is gonna be natural log of secant of x. That's x plus 10 of x plus c. And which is like, who does this? Like, how do they come up with this? How do they know to multiply by secant plus tangent? Like, imagine the person come up with the integration of this. Let me look it up. Who come up with integration of secant of x? He's like truly genius. Yeah, you're gonna learn sexy 10 first.
Don't explain it. Just imagine. How that.
I think this year I can say what's the other one.
You totally right on.
Yeah, Laura. After school, he asked me. He's like, "You gotta tell me." It's like, fine. Who invent integration of secant of x? Holy shit! It's by a person named James Gregory.
What's this?
I didn't think like they will find a person.
Thinking that someone actually.
It's by I solved by 1668 by James Gray. It probably resolve problem concern. Article table. Oh, he actually did it differently. He did a natural log of 10 of something over 2 plus pi over 4. And he proved with geometric way. That's great. What? What'd you say?
Thanks for another great fighting day. Students,
Fair enough.
you are now dismissed.
Do you remember that kid named Jonathan? Jordan?
Oh yeah.
You know him? He play football?
I know. Really sweet.
Huh?
I don't think you ever thought of it.
He take BC in one block. He's one of the only people. Oh, him and Margot and Niesha. And he take a BC in one block and he failed the algebra 1 test with like 5%. He got a 3. So shut up, you won't.
Not that smart.
Jonathan Jordan is okay. He's not.
Just say okay.
Why?
Or are you gonna do power rule?
You know, you're right.
Not gonna ask you to do power rule.
No, you're supposed to be.
So how do you feel about the vegan code?
I see what you're saying, Veda. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
you get it, right? You get it now. You get me now, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like
No, I see what you're saying.
yeah. No.
I see
Yeah,
what.
I want to start. GA, I want to start a Mormon club. I'm not a Morgan, but I'm an ally. I'm a Mormon ally. Be Mormon. Be Mormon is gonna be my slogan, but I'm not.
And you gotta wear that
It's
shirt.
not even that. It's just everything else. You know what I'm saying? It's not even the vegan thing, but you get it. She kept doing. We had a group project. She wouldn't stop doing your homework, and literally, she used to do part of the work. Like, I'm doing your calculus. Like, why are you doing this now? Like, this is a group project. It's also a group project. Like,
I see what you're saying.
it's just like, ugh. It's like whiny and like.
They have vegans in the club for the first time.
Who?
They have actual. Was that what you're talking about?
They have actual vegan.
No,
No,
I don't think.
she should be president.
Who?
The actual vegan person.
That's why Mr. Greenwald was kind of like in our class. He said if any vegan people actually join the club, she would give them a leadership position. But she still but Laxmi, who's not a vegan, is still keeping her position.
It's not even the vegan club. Like, you get it. You get it.
I see what you're saying.
After you see like.
You just saw the ball.
No, I see what you're saying last year.
Wait, what they do?
They didn't do anything. It's just like.
Isn't that how they like kind of fake or something?
It's not even the fake. It's just like the way they act. It's just so like.
Like obsessed over grades. It's weird.
Not even obsessed with.
No, she do it for college.
She's doing it for college. And it's just all.
But
like-
again, like I think again, like it just should just.
But it's all like they all follow each other, and it's like a weird thing. It's like it's so weird. Like they all follow each other, and it's like they're all like a little weird little groups. It's just, I don't know why. I'm not thinking it's weird. Like
The vegan squad. No.
why would you
Let's
do?
make fun of
They're
that.
writing a comic book. Like I think they finished it. And they want to publish a comic book
On
about
being vegan.
Yeah. Like they were working on it last year.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember they were forming this group in my class, world history last year.
Alright, guys, none of us are vegan. We
I
should
feel like
make
we
it.
should break it
I'm
down.
vegetarian. I'm not even
See,
supportive.
this is the thing is, I think vegetarian that's cool. Like it's a healthy lifestyle. You're not eating meat, but you're still getting your protein. You know, many cultures you can do that, lentils, whatever. But vegan, like it's expensive to be vegan because you're literally.
Oh no, I have no problem vegan. I have problem like
It's
the
like,
president is not
genuine.
vegan.
It's the
You
problem.
wear too much vegan shirts like
See,
every
the
other
problem
day.
is it's just not genuine. Like, she has a shirt that's like vegan. It's like being asked like my diet for 20.
No, I see where you're going from.
Girl, you're literally eating chicken tikka masala. Like we already know.
I've asked her a couple times when the last time she ate.
Oh, Kevin, did she reply?
Wait, she.
Oh,
Oh, basically, we're like, no, we're having a debate of who hates Veda, and everyone agrees that they hate Veda. So I asked one of her best friends, "Do you hate Veda?"
and he has a crush on the knife, right?
No, I did not. I did not.
Yeah,
It was- I
he
did
told me
not.
that he came up to her. You said you
Why would anybody hate me then? Okay, first of all, Veda's real.
She's pretty annoying, right?
No, she's annoying, but she's real. I respect real people.
He makes you actually hate.
No, I don't hate her. I don't hate her.
I can see.
I don't hate her. No, Veda's a real person.
Bro, it's Caitlyn Carson. I don't like. I met her once.
Veda's real.
What do you mean by that?
Real person. Not fake.
Do you think I'm fake?
No, you're just annoying. I
Uh,
feel like he's well, there's nothing in there. Like there's nothing in his head. It's just
I'm not.
Veda, that's kind of mean.
It's not wrong.
he's not ever made it. Ask Landon. Landon would know a lot about it.
I'm not gonna lie.
You wouldn't be like sitting.
Yeah, I don't think I'm like smart, but I work hard.
No, I appreciate Kevin.
You work hard, but you don't.
I appreciate Kevin.
That is a really.
There's been tests that I swear I. So.
Wait, I'm remedial math. What? I'm human.
No, I see what you're saying. I don't agree with it. And I say that out loud in the group chat too.
You don't agree with who?
Oh, it's Aiden.
No, I need to charge my phone. I need to charge my phone. My phone's dying. I'll pick up kids later.
What?
I need to pick up kids later. No, this is not a charger. This is a iPad charger.
In a group chat.
I never had a. I never had an Atlas of Aiden like that.
Somebody called him a bad tutor.
What?
I feel like you can only say stuff if you have your if you like have like experience. Like I can do that. I can do that. If I had.
Oh no, that wasn't to me. That was to the other two. There's two.
There's two Kevin.
Yeah, there's a highway.
Yeah, Kaiwan.
Is he nice? Is Taiwan?
He's a nice kid.
See, that's the difference. If he's an idiot, you don't need to defend him. Like,
No, I wouldn't defend him.
someone call me
I-
dumb, you just agree with them. So I don't want to hear that.
Huh?
If someone call me dumb, you just agree with them.
Call you dumb.
Should be.
She just talks too much.
Yeah, he does. She does talk.
I thought.
She just she doesn't. The problem with Veda is not like she's annoying. No,
Oh, no, she's
she
annoying.
just no, she's not. She's not. She's not.
Let's
Just
talk, man.
just Veda doesn't stop. Like if Veda talk with a pause, would be better. Like if you talk with a pause, you know what I'm saying, Jared? You know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't pause. She just talk.
Yeah. Is the circle
No, you
differentiable?
don't. Thank God.
So there's a vertical tangent.
So
You can take a derivative, but it's not differentiable at a certain point. With this part, that's why he's doing this. That's a vertical tangent. So this part's not differentiable. This part's not differentiable. This part's all differentiable. It's only one number is not differentiable. So we call it vertical tangent.
Wait, Mr. Jen, so we have two parts.
Yeah.
What does it mean by second? So we do like 45 to 57 odd, and then what is the first part? I don't understand.
It's finding limits using graphic.
Is part one a section of this thing?
No homework. That's like not.
What? The first 9 weeks.
No, I don't. In the class.
Probably even middle of the second 9 week because I don't know how fast, but I know Julia is really fast, Jared's really fast, and the Brenner is really fast. So I just like give a test and see what they do. But they are doing okay. They are doing better than some of the AV kids actually.
Wait, Mr. Yeah, to clarify, this and this is part one,
Yeah.
right?
This is really easy. Just
Yeah.
look at the numbers.
This one was part.
But you gotta verify that it's right though, because a lot of people still got it wrong.
Okay, you don't have homework?
So Yulia, how far you learning Ukraine? How far you learn how to do stuff in Ukraine? I don't know what kind of things that you already learned already.
We did this.
Have you did quotient rule? Like taking derivative of x over x minus 1? Taking derivative of x over x minus 1. Try it. Take a derivative of x over x. So at least I know where you're at. Okay, let's see what you made of.
So,
How to take a derivative of x
f of x. So
Yeah.
I need to find f.
prime of x? Yes, yes.
Okay, first thing, simplify. First thing you want to know. What did you do? Okay, I'll say simplify. What was your simplification? Now, yeah, so what you're gonna do today is how are you do that?
You divide the y.
No, how are you doing it?
You don't remember?
I'm pretty sure that we did it, but
What happened?
Oh, no, I'm dividing.
How many hour are you? Here.
Oh.
220. 20 hours, okay.
oh, okay, yeah. Wait, yeah, just wait.
Okay, yeah.
How are you? How can you rewrite this? How are you?
We got this. Oh, yeah.
No, you're not doing anything illegally. What you're doing is you're doing now, what are you gonna do with this that way it's not
How do we get
but
y?
you also
Also, is there still a spot for new alpha beta? Because I'm not sure if I'm gonna join, but if there's still like open spots for like officer position, I might.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
I don't know what.
So like I need to take x multiplied by this minus x multiplied by the derivative of this divided by x minus 1 squared.
Yeah, except you don't need to write down x prime. Just write down 1.
Like the result of like x minus 1 minus
you have to just read. Yes. Right, that's right.
Yeah.
You should write it out.
yeah.
Yeah, and then that's gonna give negative 1 over x minus 1.
4, 3, 2.
I had it correct. That's right.
Yeah.
Write it out. Write it out. Just write it out.
That's it.
I remember like
Yes. And now
I need to remember it. I forget it.
Okay, no, you're a very good memorization. You in your school, are you good at math? At your current, you're good.
One of the best. Just like until then in the middle school. So middle school is from 5th grade till 9th grade. We had like very good teacher. Like a lot of students don't like him. So like there were only like 5 students who really learned something. Like me and my friends, and just other students, he just didn't teach them if they don't want. If they don't want, he just like let them sit there.
Oh, okay.
And he just worked with us. So that's why I think I have good algebra base. Then I went to high school, to another high school, and then I decided to go to another. I could like stay in that class with that teacher, but I decided to go to another. Like it was Lyceum, and it was like Lyceum, like based on university. So, and I really felt that there will be like very good math because I needed to write exams, but it was not that level. So all this I learned there.
Oh,
but-
you mean you come to the United States? Okay.
What?
Yeah, you should have taken AB last year and take B this year. It would be good.
Yeah.
But it's fine. You'll be fine. You are fast at algebra. It's pretty much people what they need. The people in US they don't have good algebra skill. None of them have. It's like really bad. Like the only kids who has a good algebra skill is like even Jared is really good at math, but he doesn't have very good algebra skill. He had to learn it very quickly here. But the problem is, yeah.
I think that I good at algebra because of that teacher in my middle school because it was hard. Like I was crying every day. Sometimes I was doing my homework with my mom because there were a lot of homework and he was like strict teacher. We had like the maximum points of 12. So like every time I did like 8, 7, like in the year, like at the end of the year, I got in my 5th grade, I got 5 and 6 all the time. But in the 9th grade, I got 12.
Okay, so yeah, usually like algebra 1 and algebra 2 is the what people usually missing, and I told my son too. My son, I work with him. I says, right now you're gonna have your life hard, but if you have it hard right now, later on it's gonna be so much easier. And so every day I work with him an hour every day. So at first he's crying every day. Me and him will give fights, like literally fist fights. So it was really bad. But now he did everything on his own. I just watch. Okay, what's good? And every day it's like I give him work. Okay, it's done. Like today is 7th grade. He's doing really hard factoring, really hard solving equation. He's really doing it really hard by himself. I don't have to watch him anymore. I watch him for a whole year, and it's really hard for me and him. We almost want to kill each other every day. But that 1 year is worth it. So I says, you know what? It's worth it. But how's the family in which part they live? They're not in the fighting region.
No, not fighting region, but they have like cigarettes and bombs like everything. But it's at least it's not like
Kiev.
fighting.
Not like Kiev, right? It's Kiev. That's where you live.
Yeah.
But Kiev has pretty bad.
It was bad at the beginning because they wanted to like
Take over.
take Kyiv because it's like the capital. Now it's like there are no soldiers, of course, Kyiv, but we have like
Drones.
Yeah. But it's like in everything. It's not just in Kyiv.
You literally talking like that. That's normal.
Yeah, it's really crazy, but I think a lot of people like now think that's okay.
It's just a daily life.
Yeah,
Oh, it just happened. So how do you come to the United States?
there's a program and basically like Ukrainians can come if they have sponsors here. So just people who can sign papers. Like,
Is that your relative that you stay with?
our friends.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah. And like a lot of people came to Ukraine under this program. Like it's the only way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some people stay with their sponsors, but also there are a lot of sponsors that just sign papers and like people come and then like buy their own like matches or something.
Right.
Or it's like another way.
That's crazy. Okay. Kiev is the capital? Okay. Do you have any siblings?
Yeah.
Is she here too? She here with you or no?
They came here, but they came back. Yeah, like, she came together, but then they decided.
How old is your
Don't
sister?
ask me why. I don't know.
How old is your sister?
15.
She missed there?
What?
She missed Ukraine or not?
Yeah, I think she missed her friends. But I can say that she had a lot of friends, so like just few friends, but she missed. And also, like she also speaks English. Also speaks English because she learned it at school. So it wasn't really like a huge problem. She's like she talked to me. I don't know. She was like,
Are you guys close?
yeah.
Right?
Well, we fight every we fight.
Okay.
Well, yeah, not very close, but when we were in Lviv, in Ukraine, it's like another city. It was more safe there because it's far from in western part of Ukraine. She also wanted to come together. So basically, she was basically cold and yeah.
What's the population already left Ukraine?
A lot. I look at this. Before the war, it was 43 million, and now it's like 30 million
Left?
No, so like
stay.
More than 10 million people left.
Oh wow. So where do they usually go to?
Yes, in Poland, like when we were in Poland, like you can every fifth person is Ukrainian.
But is Poland safe?
Yeah.
Why they don't attack Poland? They only attack Ukraine.
They can attack Poland because Poland is
Yeah,
in
and
European
UN.
Union. And if they attack Poland, so all European Union will fight them. And also, I don't think that they need Poland right now. They just want to have Ukraine.
Because a nuclear weapon or what?
Because like
Because I know there's a lot of warhead in nuclear.
it's just about like previously before like now like Ukraine is more like more independent country. Like it's independent country, and in the past it was like they were all together, and even we had independent country for 30 years, but all these 30 years we had a lot of Russian people in our politics system, and it was like a lot of connections with Russians, and like. But now Ukraine starts to like be like more independent country with new people in political system and with like new reforms. And like personally, I think that they just don't like it. That we're like independent. We have our own country, our own language.
They're kind of like Taiwan. Like I'm from Taiwan. Same thing like China. It's like we're gonna conquer you one day. So they've been saying that for the last 10 years. It's that they haven't conquered us yet, but they will try sooner or later. But it's same thing.
But because of this, a lot of people in Ukraine they understood that like, we're not staying and we have our own language, and a lot of people in Ukraine now speak the Ukrainian language. Before the war, like
Mostly
I think
Russian.
Like majority speaks Russian. And young people speak Russian. I spoke Russian with my friends in school. All people, young have to go to school picture. But it's in Kiev, and see like east part. But in west, like Lviv and west part, there are like all fixed. They all speak Ukrainian. It's very good. It's very good.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
246. Yeah, I will issue homework, but it's not enough to do homework. What's up? It takes forever. I'm learning about her life. It's interesting. Cooper don't give you attitude, right? Cooper is nice to you, right? No, Cooper's give Paige attitude. Paige and Maria because they are my student last year.
I don't understand why, because like I never saw him to the bad.
It's not bad.
I feel like she's like, it's not like from being like.
I don't think he's
everyone said
bad
you're not
teacher.
really bad. I think it's how you look.
I don't think the Greenwald is bad
I
either.
just the problem is like it's based on like people already have a preset vision of how they want someone's gonna be. That affects how that teacher actually is.
Yeah, no, I
I
don't.
like you just judge based off what you think of them.
Yeah, you have to
Every single
judge based
person.
on the thing.
Because also, you know, like, the thing is like if you after school ask him, he'll help you and it's effective. But like some teachers, it's different.
But your sister hates Greenwald.
She doesn't hate him.
She hates him.
She doesn't hate him. He just.
Oh.
She's like, we're twins.
They look alike.
No, we don't. She's shorter than me. She's like 5 foot.
If you see them next to each other,
No, we don't.
you're like, oh,
We look like sisters, but we don't.
yeah, that's you don't look like
Wait, do you
them.
have any sisters?
Her younger sister's 13, and she's like, huh?
Wait, Siri, do you have a sibling?
I have a lot.
Do you get along with them?
Most of them. Some of them I don't like. Like I don't like some people. A couple of my siblings kind of fake, and I don't like fake people.
It's not like fake. Sometimes like the BS kind of just like annoying. Like I don't know.
You know, I know. You know.
It's like
I don't like dealing with fake people.
It's just like
No, I don't.
it's
I don't.
irritating. Like, you don't see them play. I just
What's
think
up, Devin?
I guess. Yeah, we don't know.
You have siblings?
6.
Bro, my phone's in my back pocket. I have a dog. My dog's pretty cute. Yes, I am.
That's cool.
My dog is like what?
What is that shoes?
These?
Is that Converse?
Yeah. Okay.
I never seen Converse this color.
We never seen those. Okay. Why is it so hard? It's really easy to find. Okay.
You don't have picture of sister.
Like we don't look alike. Like we don't look like twins.
Not twins.
Sisters.
Yeah.
Like sisters, but we don't look like.
Yeah, you know, like,
Exactly. You say you don't look like your sister?
yeah.
What? What?
So I got x plus 3, x minus 3, 7.
But when I plug 4 back in, it doesn't work.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm not helping you because you already have all the time to prepare the test.
3 weeks.
I'm so confused now.
I cannot do anything. It's a test.
Oh, bro, I gotta do a retake.
Hey, stop it. Leave him alone.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Damn it. Leave him alone. Thank you. You're not helping him. If you're not saying anything helpful, don't say it. What?
No, because the oh well, yeah, y'all look different.
Let me see.
Like they look similar, but like different. Like I can like I don't know. It's like
She's doing makeup.
Just send me every day some video.
that's cool. Though. Like no, she more like an influencer. They make a lot of money. That's awesome. Okay, you play any sport?
She just like casually says like, yeah, my city get bombed all the time. Just like bomb here.
But for 1 month. I did swimming for 3 months, but I didn't work. Volleyball? Like few times.
Okay.
And your parents are very big on gymnastic, right?
Maybe. I don't
Wait,
know.
what sports are like popular in Ukraine?
We have lots like school sports. A lot of people just like do sports because like out of we don't have such like school competitions, but we have like another competition. I guess I don't know a lot about sport, but I know that. Okay, well, in our school, boys play basketball.
Okay.
One boy is very good at volleyball. Okay. Also, karate.
Karate?
Yeah. We have a lot of like football.
You have
But
tennis?
yeah. But tennis. In my childhood, I wanted to do tennis.
Tennis?
I wanted to do it, but I didn't. Oh yeah, I did horse riding. But like sometimes. But I don't like. I don't do any sports. So I just like it sometimes.
Yeah, that's good. Like, just like your exercise.
And I don't go to the gym. But maybe I'd like to.
Are you guys in third period? Or yeah.
You go to the gym in the morning.
Are you in third period? Okay. Watch the video before you do it though.
You play
What? No, if you're in the fourth period.
in school.
Oh, and if you're in third period, you gotta watch the
Yeah, I
video
played
before you do it.
sports. Like, tennis.
You play sometimes.
No, I play. That's like my sport.
You play tennis. What else you do?
Trombone. Like I'm actually, I'm good at trombone. Like I think I'm better at trombone. Like,
You play
stage
soccer.
I tried first grade. I scored on my own goal. That's how we knew it was the end of that.
I can see you do.
Like
that.
my mom was like, we tried that. I scored on my own goal, and
I think first grade, I
I
don't
knew
blame you.
that it's not for me. You know, it's not for me. But my mom plays tennis, so I feel like she probably would want it. She's pretty good at tennis. No, but she was really good in high school. Like they won like state championships. Yeah, I'm not good. But I'm good at my music. I'll say that. I'm better at my instrument than I am at my sport.
Yeah.
Do you ever play anything like instruments or anything?
Me? I play a little piano before because I like this girl. She played piano.
Hey, you should tell the Spanish story. That's such a good story. This year though, the tennis team is pretty better. Okay, I'm so sorry, Sean. You joined the tennis team. You lost.
I wasn't even bad though. Like, I wasn't the best.
You lost to a first grader.
He was good. He was actually good.
A first grader?
A first grader. No, a fourth grader. Not even good. A fourth grader.
Yeah, but they were literally this small. Like you could hit the
Okay,
ball
can
over
you
their
let
head.
me take a test? Can you let me take a test?
Same height as you.
You can make it, dude. You can make it.
But Ethan, I don't know why. That's the
Don't be mean.
You think I'm good at it?
no.
You think I would be good? Wait, is
Yeah, you'll be good.
Oh, Dennis? I tried.
Hi, you're like
Oh, like,
you're strong. So like you like you'll be good.
I got it.
But
I played with my mom like this for
oh my god.
3 years. Wait, let's do it again. It's not bad. And I like volleyball more.
wow.
Never tried it. I don't think I would bring it.
It's like, it's 47 to 1.
I like playing team. Oh.
That was tennis is like kind of like individual, but then you have doubles. But like in Ukraine, like is there like a sport that's like the sport that is like
So I don't really know, but I think people in soccer. Yeah, like soccer. No, because we don't have football. Also like all sports. Oh, also okay. I did skiing and snowboard.
skiing?
Yeah, and snowboard. From
That's cool.
That's cool. I ski.
Yeah,
I'm really bad at skiing.
I better at skiing than in snowboarding. I started like
Snowboarding, that's impressive.
when it was like little. But I tried snowboarding. I did snowboarding by myself.
No, you just said snowboard. Now I'm just like,
Snowboard is such a cool sport.
What?
snowboard is very cool. It seems very like it seems like hard. Like it's like
It is.
yeah, because with skiing at least you have some like here and there. It's like all lower body control.
But in skiing you did.
Wait, do you like? Well, I mean, do you use like the whole?
Like I use, but
Like you don't need like
yeah, I don't need.
So Michigan, why are you, like, what's with I'm looking at the limits. Why the values they're plugging in the graph?
Because they need a, yeah, I didn't assign that last year, but this year they I just want them to get better understanding.
That's my problem. It's different. This is.
That's her. She's
Well,
No.
When you get it?
and then X y would be X cubed.
December.
Yeah. Winter.
How'd you get out?
They have a what is it, United for you can, yeah. So some type of program that sponsor them out of. Long as they have like a sponsor in the United States or sponsor a different country, they can go to that country. Because a lot of countries wanting to help Ukraine because they understand that they win the war.
But a lot of Ukraine is also in Europe right now.
So if
My friend, my best friend Germany
Hmm.
more than for 1 year.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And a lot of our friends in Germany. All over the world.
Okay, yeah, I think this is wrong. But if I push over this, it doesn't. What does it do?
Of a white Hyundai SUV parked in the 800 building parking lot. We need you to move it at once. It is in the way of our rehearsal. You're the driver.
It's not me.
White Hyundai SUV. We need you to come to it immediately, please. Thank you.
Wait, you drive?
No, I'm good.
I walked. It's more because like I didn't walk in distance, but I also don't have my license.
You know what?
I have my permit,
Yes.
but I don't have my license. My parents would never let me, like, because the thing is, I live like 20 minutes away, so I can walk. Like 15, okay, 10 to 15 minutes away. Like if you drove to my house from here, it'd take a minute or two.
Yeah, she literally is like, you can hit it with a golf ball probably.
Like my teacher honk at me when they see me. It's like really like I'm literally like walking home and I hear like people like walking like.
I didn't honk at you though. I
say
saw
that-
you all the
I
time.
feel like one time you like rolled your window down.
But you said you were like, okay, I'll go.
Okay, bye. Have a good weekend. Oh, yeah. I got so many bonus on the test. I'm killing myself.
Just let me see for any factor. I want to check. Wait, the whole thing? I see. So, what chapter? Yeah, what chapter?
I haven't even started.
Well, there's nothing after.
I want to read half of it and half of it.
Where's 9 chapters? What is that? Half of what I just said?
I don't know, man.
The pages are like.
Hey, you know what grade the essay?
Yeah, I got on. Alright.
Me too. I'll do it. I'm gonna say they're all very good examples.
I have a question.
And then, yeah, we
Okay, maybe so. That's not a question. Yes, a statement, not a fact. Anyway, math. I don't know if you math. So look, I got this equation. I'm trying to look at it.
Mr. Yang, for these ones with the graph, you also want them to be able to solve it without using that they can like actually.
They have to look at the graph.
They have to look at the graph, like can they?
The one for look at a graph, yes, look, is it a PDF file, right? Yeah, they have to look at the graph and solve it. They don't.
Where it's approaching one, yeah. No, if you make decisions, if they can graph it, you're making them do it because you saw how bad you did with it, and you're like,
No, what are you talking about? It's not a PDF file. Yeah, we talking about the same thing or different thing? Hold on, I need to answer a phone. Wait. Huh? I was watching you.
Oh yeah, I just even I you sit on my computer.
Apple Watch 是不是手机啊？ 好像是这样。Apple Watch 要钱啊？
Oh yeah.
好。 I can check in a second. Why? Anyone?
This is just
啊，OK，我回去帮他看一下吧。先，
it's
我先，
approaching
你跟他说我回去帮。
so if this like x equals b.
What are you talking about?
This table. Yeah, I know.
This, right?
Why?
We just plug in this number.
Right.
We'll base it behind it. Okay, put 0.9. So and we're starting out. Put the x. You make no problem.
Yeah.
Bro, they never get that. No, it's not there. Never looked.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I don't know.
They never
That's
looked.
fake, bro. You could do that. You have to give it something like.
Stop naming stupid equations.
I know.
Liz, I would
Wait, but what is it limit approaching? You have to write down.
Are you know
Plug in negative 3. Because you have to make sure it works now. So if it's 0 over 0, then you have to use the algebra to break it up. But if it's like,
do x equals and then I find intersections 2 because it's bro.
so that's 0 and 0. Okay, so 0, 0.
Bro.
Okay, so now you know you have to factor in the indeterminate. Now do the math.
0 over 0.
If it's 0 over 0, you're right. If it's indeterminate, that means you have to do math.
Just saying like, so.
Math. Okay, math. Okay.
A black Mini Cooper Club
Okay, you're
like
simplified.
LJ in building parking lot immediately, or your car will be towed. Thank you.
Back.
Just roughly true.
Yeah, we want to find out what happened to one. This is very close to one. This is very close. Give those two values. Look at this. We want to
I don't know.
You plug in numbers for x. I don't know too much. I know. Usually how it would be decent. Like on either side. On either side. What x is. Not.
Hey, yo.
Okay, let's
Yeah, she's lucky to show up. So I would say her. No, but like, in her class. I wish I would do such a thing. 23 kids. Yeah, like,
what's on the B is speed.
there's like.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Bro, what is this? We're approaching 1. So you can plug in value. So like 0.9. Finding numbers.
Okay, let's brainstorm. What's your next class meeting gonna be?
It's approaching.
No, what's your next? We should bring
You gotta learn how to read the graph. So we process out, it doesn't just cancel. Yes. I really don't do any of this. Don't have to. We always say no. Yeah, we can solve all the time.
But if someone sponsors her, like I was there to walk, that so she kept seeing like
So if you
I mean, if they say
out of that's crazy. Don't focus. But she's not now that she's like probably smart and she's probably pretty. She's probably what does your dad do?
finance, he's smart. It's different people. He's very like well rounded. And the thing that when I think she's involved, he's involved, but not as much here. But she likes it. She likes it. Like, even if she was really involved, she's still kind of involved. My dad, you can say like
This is cool. That's respectful. That's great.
yeah, I talked to when my mom was in hospital, she was like, oh, he was married, then she got the job. Well, it needs to be Yeah, she knows. Well, my mom was like, you should be prepared when you buy. You wonder why? Because that's.
You would have an idea of something.
These are we're gonna love 8 languages. I can only my mom speaks Spanish, and she's not because I
You fail if you.
I literally failed like 8 Spanish. I failed all the tests.
It works. You only answer one question. I would answer 10 questions already.
Because I'm waiting for you. Sometimes you're like this whole thing hour.
Oh, yeah, it's not one. Negative 5 on the left. It's what?
Yeah, so when you have one of my no, it'll be plus.
The cap of something is still black.
These problems are like,
What are we talking about today? Paying attention?
well, so you got, so our other one is VP recruitment, because you want to grow like really big. The black one is VP of recruitment. Well, you're just working at, you just have everything you know doing. Well, you can be a publicist if you want, that's the thing, but your main goal would just be to bring the person you love. There's just everyone you know. We have, right now, we're 3, and if you have 3 separate.
So who's the other one?
Olivia and Olivia, and she's like our graphic design person, like she made this out. Baby, yeah.
She being into it?
She loves it. God. Yeah, she gives us like. But yeah, you want to join their army?
Yes.
If you're interested, you know, have them join their army.
Yeah, it's just like when you plug in the value. You never plug in value.
Mr. Yang.
That's why I have to say. So that's the value plug left of -5. Eventually, it's gonna go toward value 2. Look at it.
Yeah, so, no, just one, just recruit, you know, our activities, and then if you have a student, like, we have to do a lot of students who certify.
Is they usually in the same place?
Yeah.
I had no idea what they were.
Yeah, unless it's like we grow really big.
What's the word? Is there like a line that's like anything, and then should it be like?
What I did to here we go.
You do it.
Yeah. So,
You already had to look at it?
I'm still very careless. Did I make a lot of mistakes again?
Wait, can you just follow? I'm not doing that, bro, please. Sorry, can you teach me? For example, you don't, like, you did all the time. You only like it.
Yeah, you just did it like a minute ago.
Bro, just show me, look. I don't think so. I cannot give you my. No, I cannot base on any work. I don't know where you get it.
Look at, okay, you're multiplying your contract. What are you gonna do?
Multiply this, right?
That's exactly the
This
problem.
multiplies.
The problem is not writing shit down.
You just got.
And if you don't write shit down, you
How do
gotta
you
get
get
lost.
Now it's going by x plus y.
Yeah.
And 5 minus 5 plus x. Your squares cancel out when you put them together. You can literally just erase the square roots on top and you'll have it. So, talk about this. What's that? 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, so.
Oh, so you did, you multiplied the
Oh.
You got rid of the.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's enough.
X times, why would it be X squared? Where you can't square it.
Okay, first question you did okay.
Don't worry about that. We already
Second question.
Three is
They multiplied into.
beta. If you're approaching 5, not from either side.
So you're saying
So
5?
you're not understanding that. I see that right here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and
I got x minus 30 equals 49. Square root of 9. I get x minus 30 equals
So,
plus x multiplied.
yes, but the problem is, the problem is that
And also, I forgot they had to be 1 over. 1 over 2.
yeah, so 2 through and then lower 2.
Are you sure about it?
Because they're both 2. They're
give
both
me that
Yeah,
red
earlier we wrote
thing.
that.
Mark.
They were
No, the highlighter. Highlighter, no. Right next to it.
So 4 would be
The problem when you
Yeah.
try to memorize there's a main problem. This first step is okay. So you want to square root both sides, then you can plus minus on the outside here, not inside. So you're trying to memorize things, but it doesn't work that way. Now it doesn't work that way. Math is you have to comprehend, so you can square root both sides, you can plus minus. Now, plus minus inside, plus minus. Yeah, what this one, it doesn't matter what. If you show me this, I cannot give you any credit because that means it's wrong. That's a very this one's wrong. This one you don't know how to finish. The answer, what is 32 to the, yeah. You're doing something, but you're not really doing it. You're doing without understanding the math. You're doing without doing things. So not really. Now, this answer choice right like this, that's really bad too because it's not. Your answer is gonna get value. That's supposed to be x equal to negative 2/3 x equal to negative 4, not equal. That doesn't make sense because it's x value. You cannot put a y. So it's not equal. No, that's not. It's not a way to write math. Nobody go fix this for you. And really sit down and says, hey, I really need to understand what's going on. You need to ask other people why. Because your number is wrong, so it doesn't matter. Besides, you don't understand the rule right now. That's the problem.
It's difference.
Okay, so perpendicular, you have to change the slope into negative 5/2, and that's what you didn't change. Perpendicular is opposite reciprocal. You tended to forget a lot of little things doing something, so that is not good. I'm not trying to pick on you, but I'm trying to somebody to go through with you, like every single step. Like you have to understand how to do a simple thing. That first. 1 minus negative 4 is 1 plus 8 minus 2 is 1. That's good. So this part is good. 8 and 1, so that's good. This should be negative 4 plus 1. This is fine. That's the only one that's fine right now. I don't know what you did. Oh. Oh, I see. So, yeah. So you did 2/3 minus 1/2. That doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be top minus bottom. It's a to the m over a to the n is equal to a to the m minus 10. So this is switch. Yeah, this is a switch. So this will be negative 1 over. This is negative 1 over 6. That's 1 over. Okay, let me look at yeah, so by looking at this, I already know that this is the basic part of the math that you can do. Remember, it's top minus bottom, so negative 2 minus 2. That's equal to x to the negative 4. And this is x to the negative 4 here. And yeah, that's all. Just every little thing, I can find so many mistakes. If I want to look for it, I find mistakes here, there, and this is no work. I can have no work. K plus 3 over k plus 3. So this is right. You can have a common denominator. I have no idea. Problem beginning. So you solve Henry x divided by 6. A divided by 3, so that's y over y. So x minus no, that's not what you did. You look at your words.
No, I ended up when I restarted here. I combined these, got this, and I solved for y, and I plugged y in here. No, it should be because y equals x minus 2. I plug that in here. Y, you get 3x minus x plus 2 equals 6, which turns into this, which is 2x. And then you plug in x over here.
No, if you approach 0 from the left. 0 from the left.
We bought 2 of them for like $8 each. This I scratched that out. I didn't use it.
There's no open dot because my friend was banned, I was banned, and
So you combine those two, you got x plus y equal to
the y was better.
then you would have if you move the x this side, x would be like what do you do? Let me evaluate the answer for this. The best way is to use elimination. So that's going to be 6x minus 2y is equal to 12. Negative 4x equals 2y is equal to. You do that. Okay, that's fine. The problem is this part is kind of sketchy. Oh, I know what happened. You make two mistakes. You add those two. That's supposed to be negative x plus y. So you make two mistakes to lead to the right answer. Because you add a minus x. Okay, so this is what you show me, right? I'm gonna go by what you show me. So if I add this two, that's gonna give you a negative x. If I add those two, it's gonna be plus. If I add this two, it's gonna be negative 2. So you're missing a negative sign here. So when you move there, so the other side, if I have positive x, so you should have a negative x minus 2. So
Wait, is this not correct? Because if I move it over, then this one's fine. Oh, I just didn't know when I got y plus x.
no. Okay, so you make two mistakes and then because 2 wrong doesn't make it right. Two wrong doesn't make it right. So what you did two wrong actually make it right by accident. But that's the part that I'm gonna be like, okay. The problem is you make it simple mistake here. That's very scary. A simple mistake here, that's very scary. There is no word, very scary. Very, very scary. So fundamentally, you need to learn how to take a step down, like doing like putting what I do here. It doesn't matter what you want. Putting what I do. Now things can change. I'm not gonna say. I know you put a lot of effort on something, but your effort is not very exactly attentive. No, you need to do work, and you also you need to understand why. You are not understanding why, you're trying to memorize how the word is. So there is a big difference. Now, for me, if I see this, and this is next time you taking it, right? I see here you got one question right. This question I'll give you half credit because you know how to factor. This one you didn't know how to do it full on yet, so you give credit. This one you don't understand what's perpendicular, it's opposite reciprocal. This is the only one you got a credit here, and this is wrong because exponential is wrong, exponential is wrong. Forgot to modify that. This is not correct. That's not correct. This is right. So, even I would have give you this point. That's fine. I'll give you this point. This is completely wrong.
Negative.
This part is correct. Okay, so I'll give you even three.
Negative.
For sure. Because that's the thing. Like I can do it. I want to go through this whole test with you, but I'm not going to. One, two, three. That's even. Five. No. Six. That's even okay. I'll just give you 6.5. So 3 check each. So that's 21 points. And that's the second time. That is not okay. And okay, fine. I'll give you like another 10 points. Sometimes I say 40. And even with 70% off, with a 70% of 40, that's minus 12. 28. So the problem of things is here's the fundamental problem I see not only do you have problem passing this class, you would have problem passing my pre-calculus. This is the way you function. And you've been working like this for a long time. You work like this for a long time. If you don't wake up, then this class is not for you. So you have to wake up. Wake up is like, I have to understand why am I doing this? Why am I doing plus minus on one side but not the other side? This is a very scary sign here for me. I can't even give you 40, so just say even I give you 40 with 20% off, I would still would have only have 28. That's only if I give you 10 off. The problem is you're not understanding not understanding the part. You think that's an easy mistake, it's not. You're making the most fundamental mistakes here. That's the most scary. Just even this, if I give you up to a 1, you would have failed. What is simplify this? What is simplify x to the negative 2 over x to the 5? Okay, so x to the negative 7 is strong, and this is equal to x. X over 7 like this. Now 1 over x is so good. So now let's make it work here. You have -2 and 2. It's supposed to be negative 2 and 2. That's what it is, negative 4. Where's that negative 4? You cancel them out. Yeah, but it's negative 2 minus 2. And you know how to do it here, why here is not able to do it. Now, positive is what I there were so many careless mistakes that you can make. And I would have gone back and I would say, hey, why is this? Can you show me how to do this? I think you did this probably 4 times. Yeah, you got it right. But this problem, I also see you do a couple times, 3 times, 4 times. But the plus minus is not inside the rule. But you didn't understand. You also have to understand that 32, in order to get rid of negative 5 over 2, this is what happens. This is the negative 5 over 2. In order to get rid of this, is 2 over negative 5. And this is 32. Okay? And this is how you cancel those two. X plus 3 equal to 32 to the negative 5. No, it's not 8. It's not 4 either. Because you jump in the conclusion so fast. X plus 3 is equal to 1 over 32 to the negative. That's equal to 1 over 4 x plus 3. This is the answer. I mean, you actually had to simplify it, but you didn't even get rid of this problem. See, you got negative 5 over 2, and this is negative 5 over 2. It's supposed to be negative 2 over 5. And that's for me, this is a very scary. The scary sign is that fundamental there, not there. Whoever told you that before. Where did you learn that from? Okay, what did you get in that class? I don't know where I'm going. Did you shoot? It's online. I would never allow this to have a not like
I didn't do this when I was back in college. Just made it weird.
so there's a problem with it. Memorize it. You memorize how to do something, you're not supposed to memorize it. This I'm gonna keep. I cannot give it back to you. I'm gonna talk to you first, and you really use it down with the same categories. I'm getting why you gotta ask the same as why is this not this, why is this not that. You have to understand what it is going on, because you're gonna do this. If you don't understand the reason why you're not, how did you get 5a squared minus 7? How?
I'm trying to do these problems that didn't get it.
Yep. But why you never have to learn you were here after
I
school.
did them on the practice before I took the class.
It was on algebra.
Like it's like where they
Here, this is just a mistake. I corrected it over here. Like, I meant to erase this. I corrected everything I did over here.
No, you did not make a mistake. You make a true mistake, and then you didn't not for here, why go to negative x? It should be moved. If it's positive x, it should be negative x minus 2. And if I have that, this should be positive x. Should be minus 2. Okay, so the point is not make something you're not automatically it's all scattered everywhere.
This same thing right here equals this.
This is a this becomes something weird. Okay, what you try to do is you think even if you're information. You're doing the process of doing this, you're doing that absolutely wrong. Now, can you leave it right? You're actually forming the third equation. You're actually forming the third equation. Yeah, you're not supposed to form a third equation. You're supposed to get rid of variables. You're supposed to get rid of it. So this if this is not SAT, right? This is what you're supposed to approach. You're not supposed to add this to equation until you can confidently get rid of y. You multiply this by 2, that's equal to 6x minus 2y is equal to 4. Now you add 2x is equal to 4. And then plug it back in 2 and 6 minus y. So this pattern problem is not supposed to be a third equation. It's unnecessary and also illegal. No, it's almost like yeah. If you're doing stuff for no reason, and then you might able to stumble into something, but that's not how you approach it. Because if I give you a random question, use the same way to do it, you still get it. So the problem is even this, I'm just like, I know how to do it in your space. Why did you ask? And you, the problem is you can you put that straight? So let's see this. If I keep on practicing in the ball the wrong way, what happens? Okay, that becomes a habit. And then that habit would never change. And that habit would never change. And then you always and that's why Tentigo, he's a quarterback in UF. He's a mechanic, not right. He's doing football all the time. He doing it wrong, but he has such a big heart. He has such a big heart. He will always win the game. He won a bunch of games in high school. He should win the national championship. But when he goes to college, he never never survived. And when sometimes he throws 2 completions after 3 quarters. Because the ball he throws is not balanced catch. That's what you are right now. You have big heart. I appreciate it. I'm tutoring all do all the homework. The thing is you're not focusing whether you do it right or wrong. You focus on getting done and not understand, not comprehend. So this first step, I can go through this whole test and I can teach you the whole thing, how many mistakes you made. The only one you did flawless is this question, because I see you 4 times. I see you do this question very perfectly. The 3 times. This one's perfect. This one I don't even know the word. There's no word to be shown. The honest truth. If you work like this, no way you can pass it. If you work without understanding. I don't know. Okay, I have some time to think. I'm gonna go through it. I'm not supposed to.
Bryce, right?
I will ask you something. Is this? If you do the class review, as much as I see, is you not. Yeah. And you raise it up. You're gonna have to change your habit. Like I said, your handwriting is a mess. You're gonna have to organize your handwriting. You ask better. Better will tell you. Better. Remember last year I said your handwriting is trash?
Yeah.
And do you have to change it? You cannot just say, oh yeah, that handwriting is trash. No, like,
Yo.
well,
Yeah.
I won't say it's bad Max. So, but you compare to Max, it's nothing to comparison. So I just, like, when I think of something, I just yeah, but you write down without conscience, without thinking. Without thinking.
Oh.
Oh my god, how many questions you got done?
22. 21.
I would have been done in 2 days already.
Yeah, but we don't have this is what we built.
Yeah, yeah, they don't.
At the beginning of the year, you were like, I'll be honest with you.
I don't know what it's.
Somebody needs to bring the marker.
It's not here anymore. Is that on the ground?
No. What? Devin, this is the second time I've had
Answer the shit.
What?
Me? What do you mean me? It was over there.
Why? I wasn't even over there.
Okay, that was me. My bad.
And then the bridge over there. Bravo. You're fired.
That's only. That's only. Not that. So that's my.
Not me, I literally.
Wait, 24.
Take derivative, set equal to 0. Horizontal tangent means slope. Horizontal means
That's what we did.
slope is equal to 0.
Oh.
That's what we thought. We did that.
Wait. Yeah. That's very much.
It's fine with me.
Maybe write it.
I'm supposed to know 1 minus 1.
Oh, it's not really. Oh, he wants to know dark.
So that's why.
But how do you
That's equal to what? Just told me that the 2 can cancel out. I want to murder something.
How about we go?
You cannot cancel K plus 3. It's like saying, like this 3 and this 3 can cancel out. Oh, wait, I didn't know they.
I thought this was like.
Yeah, but like hours. It's like a 5. How about we leave it? So I think I have some go home and change. I'll get out of your house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then what we do?
This is the word. I will show every single step. Every single step. I will not miss
But
a step.
I can stay.
You will miss one step.
I would have this a simple step even of a teacher.
Okay. Then let's go.
And I will understand, okay, why am I doing this?
Okay, yeah, I'll
Because
do
I
that.
don't have a certain denominator. I have most of my bits make sense denominator. And I would not cancel
And then I'll take the Shaman again.
No, it's not important. The point is that the common denominator, so you can add difference. That's common denominator.
Okay.
And subtract. You
I'll talk to you later.
So you gotta understand what are you doing. You cannot do things for do things. So for example, if I do a tennis court and I hit the ball without intention, you'll never win any tennis game. Ever. And that's why you suck. No, because you're not doing intention. My son sucks at basketball. I go every day. You go to basketball court and just shoot a ball and you think that magic will go in. You have to shoot the ball with intent. Intent to kill. Not intent to shoot. Intent to make the shot. You're not intent on anything you do here. You're not intent on getting correct. Now you show me how to do it. Why don't you believe me? What are you talking about? You show me how to do this. I want you to show me intent to kill. That means you let me get this right before I go home.
Yeah, just to make sure you get. We have to put it in line one minus
The horizontal section is going to be
it's just too, no, like you have to, hold it all up. I was trying to take it a step further, you know.
way to go forward.
I don't want to change it because I don't want to get 49. Let's say it has to be last
So
year.
is it all of the
I want to get 69, 96.
There's no jump. Or wait, so then everywhere where it's it's the problem. You guys doing things without intent. Lines, right?
I don't know.
So in all these YouTube, you go to first step. Doing things without intent. One line. Look, these were
Oh, no, but that lady, also, screams like at them like all the time. There's like a lady always using basketball going here and
Convert milligrams to grams, and then divide. Convert milligrams to grams, divide that by point. Wait. What you doing? Was like, I've never seen my cousin. It's not crazy. I walked the ball. I think
Oh, so it's
No, it's like I live further down. You live further up. I just walk.
We can do it there.
Take a step back. Oh yeah. No.
yeah, like, they don't all be like, all. All of them are really fine, they just fine. Their features are not. I told her about your channel. Watch it, well, not help you with performance. I was like, you need help asking me, but I sent her a video. She told her. Help? I'm saying.
If it's 2 hours, I can only just like talk about it. There you go. So, but that's the sacrifice. That's they didn't want to spend more time.
But also, you have a friend who your own videos. Because your videos last for
Yeah, but it works. I got you.
because you like your naming is really short.
Yeah,
Like my section.
Part two.
Wake up soon.
What's yours line?
She's gone. Yeah, it was
Yeah. You know that
My Wi-Fi is I don't have be good. I can actually
Bro, because he's gonna go nowhere if you do good. Like he bro.
Every time I think myself, I'm like,
Write shit down. Write shit down.
and my grandson says like, that's ready, that's ready.
Write shit down. Would you?
He used to have that whole reaction.
It's like a drill sergeant.
Yo, calm down. You didn't have a lot of issues.
Can I just say two words?
Like,
No,
He's
he's
getting him to become mentally tough.
he's making diamonds.
Oh.
You're making diamonds.
like,
No, now, like out last year, three, how about a choke?
on that.
How about a choke? I don't know, but you gotta wait. I was about to kiss somebody, so I was like, oh, you got it. Are you in? Come on. I'm really. Right shit down, and I got pissed. I said, okay, now do the problem. So we got a 0 on the algebra test, and not algebra test, not algebra test.
Wait, so you're saying
Order operation, and whether it was insane. The problem is stupid and no sense and whatever. Okay, but I was like, how can I get a 0? You get a 1. I don't have to get zeros. You had to be.
you just don't think he's trying and putting in like no, if he still have to succeed and he tried his best but he wasn't the brightest and he got a 3, would you be mad? But okay, I understand. Like you're saying that like he's not. I understand.
Yeah, he's not putting effort.
He's not like that.
So what I told him, I said, you just need to write stuff down. It's like, I don't want to write stuff.
Zero over.
So,
Yeah.
finally,
Dude, yeah. No, that's bad. Yeah, no, I understand why you did this.
like, okay, no. From now on, I'm gonna look at back to you. I'm gonna ask you to write everything that you're thinking. So now, within 1 year, I catch up almost 3 to double 5 within 10 months. And within the whole summer, I work with him. Now he finished whole week's homework in 30 minutes.
That's good.
So I said, no, you're gonna have to write stuff. Now he coming to me and said,
That's good. See, that's good training.
so I'm like,
You're training.
he's like, you want to be okay, finish all the work. And
Should leave that instead of the. One time I want to murder my kid. My mom was like scared. My mom like, oh my god.
But now it's becoming Max is the problem. Because Max, like Max is giving shit. Like, okay. No problem.
He seems like that type of dude.
Like, you come to the whole time.
Okay.
Yes, Daddy.
That's
What are you supposed to do? I can't get back anymore.
you can just yell at them.
Yeah, it's like this, Daddy.
What if you take away his
I was like, I can't say this anymore.
What if you take wait,
No continuation.
does your life get more mad than you? Would you say?
Yeah. Fast! Get your homework out! Get doing the homework! Sit down and don't move until you finish all your homework! And we all get in the school.
Yo, we were on a Zoom call once and you're literally screaming at us and you don't mute your mic. We can hear the whole thing. Well, he like your wife was so mad. I was like, Mr. Ye, mute your mic. Please. We were pretty funny. Scared. Like my dad. My mom was the one that like I wouldn't want to mess with.
Yeah.
I did get hit. My mom hit me. It's okay. I'm not like. It's pretty bad stuff. So like, I'm like.
What did you say?
Mr. Ye, what?
What?
Okay, that's like. Wait, shit. What's that? If you had a daughter, like, what would you? Like, I really don't know. Like, how you would do it.
No boy near my knuckles. I was shrimping.
So you wanted to be gay?
I don't know her be gay. She can be gay. I don't want her to be gay.
Okay, so it's going to be extra.
Wow, look
Now
at
these
that.
gay people, this is getting dreadful.
Yo, it's definitely all the
If she's anything like you, oh my god, she'd be like so like. She'd be like so like.
So she's gonna be like every martial art training.
Yeah, no.
She's gonna be like.
No, yeah, for sure. You would do
No,
that.
not
Make her
like
bitch.
karate all the
Dude, make I feel like you have a daughter that'd be so powerful.
And she's gonna be like sitting back.
Yeah, she'd be
Like,
so
no boys. Nothing.
She's that good. When I get angry, I get so mad. My mom does.
Is that how you go, okay?
Sometimes I'm kind of like. Oh, by the way, you tried to respell algebra and you spelled it wrong again.
Really?
Yeah, you spelled it algebra.
Just so you can run it down.
Y'all, come here, listen.
no brand.
So, Mr. Gay, the other guy is wearing a buff. Is that his buff? I tried to prove to us he can spell algebra and he spelled it wrong. You tried to prove to us he can spell algebra.
I know how to spell. You rather
Algebra. He went from algebra to algebra. After the whole time we were knocking over stuff, he spelled it wrong again. Yeah, he put it today. He said he fixed it. I fixed it, guys, don't worry.
Okay, that's what you need to do every single question. You have to contemplate why you doing right or you have to do it wrong. Look, come on here. It's scary part. If you put kindness inside the
Oh,
in order to magnify the truth, it's not how you feel both sides. But you have to understand what the hell you're doing. You're doing something. Yes, you're doing positive. But you practice the swing of the tennis like this. If you can swing the tennis like this, no, you don't practice strong. That's what you're doing. Nice. On a slice like this.
Showing you use an example that like something like learning how
He literally, that's what I'm saying. He tried to be strong at home, and then you gotta become a habit. And that habit is why the heck
you're asking
Yes, I do.
if I were to your mom, your mom would be like, and she never got algebra for the last 20 years, and she could have told you, dude, what the hell you doing? She would have said the same freaking thing as I say right now. So you have to do your shit with intent.
-8. So you can factor it down.
I just pray you to short.
Yes, so I'm saying. It's x cubed minus 3. Factor that down. It's x minus 7 3 times. The only thing I did on here was
That's not the only thing that matters. Okay, this is the only thing that matters. That negative sign, opposite reciprocal. That's it. Yes, it matters. You cannot say that's the only thing I did wrong. That's the only thing that matters.
-8 over what? You stand like x cubed or 8 squared.
x
So what you're gonna do is
No, I think about it.
you would okay, so what you do is you x
What you said?
then you make x squared plus 2x.
Gross. I'll give him my head today.
What is it? What is the approach? No,
Is it approaching 1?
2.
What's the answer? Okay, wait.
Oh, wait, what's supposed to be answering this?
Let's run this here.
One second, last one.
I knew those. Wait, no, if it was 2.
Let me just.
If that highlight, now if you put it into this one, the way it will be one positive. This will be negative. It would be this little
Oh, yeah.
extra negative.
All here are
Let me just. I'm pretty sure.
So you're just very.
Oh yeah, because
Okay.
where you said over here, I did that over here. So I did
Yeah, why? You're not intend to get it right, you gotta intend to get it right. If I didn't know how to do it, that's good. And this one, I see you ask like 10 people how to do it. See you ask 10 people.
Wait, is this like
I'm like, don't work it.
You need to know how to do systems.
She works at Jerry's. I'll keep this. I mean, I don't think it's let's see.
You need to, you need to, I think we talked.
Yeah, and then you can do from the eight.
okay? Yeah. What I mean, right? So let me like explain.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend.
Spend a couple days on.
Oh,
And then I'll check them out.
Alright, so limits x equal to 2 x cubed by 8.
No pressure.
The thing. So what you're supposed to do this one? Wait, I got it. I got it.
Oh, so.
You're supposed to do this. Look.
They're partying everything.
Do you want to look at your eye? X squared. Okay, like this. So you break it up to x minus 2, and then it's the equation. So you x squared minus 2x plus 2x.
Over there, roads.
That over x.
Yeah, but you're just showing them how to see.
Okay, so you want it to like let's just say it's like
Write my equation for this. So a cubed plus b cubed.
it's minus.
Yeah, but we start with the plus first.
So that means a plus b.
Oh, a squared.
A squared minus ab.
And so it's not a cubed. A cubed minus b cubed.
A cubed minus b.
And then this is
So
split.
a minus b. It's technically the same.
Plus ab.
It's plus ab plus b squared. But the way this is, it's like saying negative, like minus negative ab, which is why it's positive.
Sean, do you want to stay in this class? Yeah. You sure? You're gonna get your shit together. And that means you're gonna go to a Steve's house. His brother. Or you're gonna be on the Steve's not around the house.
So, and we have a minus b is positive, because we're saying, how do you get this into a times b is negative? So then, we just break that up. X minus 2 x squared plus 2x.
Anything wrong, and you have to figure out exactly the way.
Okay, so now we can just swap it out. Then you're left with x squared plus 2x. You don't have x, because x is close to 2. So you can just put it
And in the medical board.
2 squared.
Medical.
2 x squared.
Is ERP, is instrument house.
So it's only here. You can call me 2 because
I don't know.
all of these
Math
numbers,
class.
you're
go
gonna get
into
it. It's not like something.
look at it.
So you plug it.
You're not ready. You're not why is this bad? That's wrong. Any question here, this is heavy burden block.
Does that make sense to you?
And if you don't treat it that way, this is the class not for you. Every small part is gonna be a perfect block. You're gonna take a picture of all this. It's not gonna be good. It's written down.
Or can you call my dad?
Yeah. So, is this gonna be? So then this would be, you gonna walk home? You get it.
My dad said he's structured.
Yeah, that's okay. That's
Like,
12 miles per hour. That's pretty fun.
I don't need it. I don't see it. I can walk, okay? I don't need 4,000 is very
Irving, what time are you gonna leave? I would have walked. I'm back. Leave.
Got to show you eat really
Huh?
unhealthy.
I'm gonna leave.
Eat like candy.
Now?
Like,
I've already got a taste me home.
like we drink.
You can't take me to the go.
Like it's like me. Like I don't have habits, but at least I eat food.
Well, I haven't drank coffee for a while.
I don't like. I don't.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
eat.
well, if it wasn't for dry.
No,
So you can't eat real food. You don't eat real food. Free food.
I'm sorry.
Alright, have a good weekend.
I have to do that like once. So.
Bye, Neptune.
No, I
Text me later. Okay, bye. Bye, Neptune. I'm forgetting about you. You did. I didn't. I said. Oh, okay, bye.
One thing I want you to fix is this. Write your shit down. Okay, don't write it my way. Yeah, I remember you telling me that to. Yeah, so write stuff down. You write in one line, you follow one line. You never seen any math teacher write like this ever. And there's a reason for that because it's very hard to track back at the beginning. But if you write it down, you can go up and say, oh, this is which step I'm going. It's very hard to track this one. Yeah, I usually try to, or I usually do it. Yeah, just write it down. Yeah, write it down where it's you know, you feel
Hey Kevin, what time do I need to be at your house?
because you can say more tree once you become smarter. I think. Yeah, I think that's.
What? Okay, bye. I'll tell you later. Bye.
What is that?
There's one in Metro West, and there's
Hey, can you come? Are you gonna pick me up at the Grove? What are you doing right now?
You know?
Okay, I'm gonna call you back in 1 second. Hold on.
oh no.
Hey, can me and Arya come chill here?
Well, yeah, with like a long meal.
Cause I'm not going to dance, so I don't have anywhere to go. He's my only ride. Grand fight. What time will you be there by? Isn't that when Kevin's coming to pick us up? Oh, where are we going for dinner? Oh. Can I sit on the couch or something? Okay. What time do you have to come? Okay. Bye.
I need to take you home, Sean.
The home?
Alright.
Yeah.
Same direction.
Well, you don't have a car?
Like I do have, but I don't have the license yet.
Twin.
Because he's rich, that's why.
He's rich.
Okay, well I picked Ryan.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't even know I paid for it.
My dad will let me get it.
I bought.
My dad let me work. Mr. Yeah.
Bye, have a good day. When does your parents come pick you up?
Like 5.
What about you? I like that. We even you.
Wait, he usually leaves early. Yes.
Oh, this year.
You're still not eating.
It's easy. Let's sit down and take this.